Today we are going to talk about some really exciting news coming out about Celebrity Cruise Lines. We've got important things to talk about regarding Princess Cruise Lines. I've got a little bit more to share with you about Princess Easy Air, their flight system for you to keep in mind if you are thinking about booking a Princess Easy Air ticket or if you have one booked. And then also we're going to talk about Princess Prizes and some updates on board the ships. And somewhere in all of this always comes some information that is really helpful no matter what cruise line you are sailing on or what you are trying to decide between on cruise lines. So I hope you will stay with me. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. First of all, let's talk about the exciting news from Celebrity Cruises. If you are like me and you have a Celebrity Cruise booked, you probably got the same email that I did. And so I did some research on it, looked into it, and I want to tell you about it. But before we talk about it, yesterday Celebrity was announcing the awards that they've won and this big deal, which I think to me it's a big deal as a cruiser. But they released like this 20-second video. It's on their website, and I actually obtained permission from Celebrity to use it in my video because I just really like it. I don't know, I watch all these cruise line videos. I watch a lot of things obviously with what I do, and truly the one that makes me the most excited to go on a cruise on their cruise line are the Celebrity videos. And it doesn't mean that I don't know why. They have some really good marketing people there, or whoever they hire to do this. It's exceptional. So watch it with me and I'll be right back. So isn't that just fun? And so the really big deal is, so Celebrity Cruises, it always ranks very high in customer satisfaction, whether you are surveying customers or if you're surveying people in the travel industry that have traveled with Celebrity, they always score very well. Well, they announced yesterday that they are the very first and only resorts at sea to receive a 4-star and recommended ratings by Forbes Travel Guide. So if you aren't familiar with Forbes Travel Guide is a company, and what they do is they're the only people that do this independent global, so they do it all over the world, rating system for luxury hotels, resorts, and spas. And this year they have added cruise ships to who they are checking out. The really interesting thing is the way that they do it is they don't tell anybody they're coming, whether it's to the hotel, the resort, the spa, the cruise ship, whatever it is. They pay their own way, and they are just like any other passenger on the ship. The cruise line doesn't know they're coming. Nobody knows they're coming. And what they do when they're on board is they just experience everything that the cruise line in this instance has to offer, or the resort, the hotel, wherever it is they're visiting. And they have this metric with over 900 things in it, if you can believe it. But they so they rate, and the most important thing is customer service. That's the number one thing that Forbes is looking at when they are giving out these awards. So right now in the United States, there are less than 100 hotels that have that award right now. That's what a big deal it is. And so it is a super big deal that starting this year, there are some Celebrity cruise ships that have received this award. So for the 4-star rating, the Celebrity Apex and the Celebrity Flora, the Celebrity Flora is one of Celebrity ships that's always down there in the Galapagos. Those and the Celebrity Millennium, those 3 ships have earned the 4-star rating. And then there are 2 Celebrity ships, the Celebrity Edge and the Celebrity Summit, that won the recommended honors. So this is huge. To me, it not only speaks of where Celebrity is trying to go, they are trying to, well, I don't think they're just trying, I think that they are well on their way and have arrived at some of these things, but they want to be known more as a luxury resort at sea. They don't want to just be another cruise line. Not that there's anything wrong with being another cruise line, by the way. It's all in the experience. Experience is becoming such a big deal, and experience is really one of those buzzwords in the travel industry right now. If you read very much, everyone is seeking an experience, which makes perfect sense. We've all been seeking experiences all these years, but now it is labeled And it's becoming much more of something that marketing people are looking at when they are trying to deliver what their customers would like. And it's kind of the thing, you know, when I was talking to you about being on Norwegian and comparing it with being on Princess, neither one are bad. It just depends on what experience you want. Same thing with Celebrity. If you want that elevated service, you want that elevated experience, then that's what you go for. And I think that sometimes it depends, as I talked about in a video not too long ago, it depends on where you're going, who you're going with, the whole thing about what you're going to choose for your experience. But I wanted to share this with you because to me, it's such a big deal that a cruise line is trying to do that. That used to be, you know, we used to think of Celebrity being like our Holland America, like our Princess, more on that level of the playing field, right? With this experience they would deliver. And they have made a very conscious decision, changed some things, and are working on becoming so much more above that. And it doesn't mean that there's anything at all wrong with Princess and Holland America, but I think it's very interesting that a company that is already exists is deciding to level up and become something a little bit different. It's still a cruise line in that you get on a ship and they take you places. That's the same, but it's the way they take you there, and the time in port. All of these things are going to be, and the excursions that are available, all these things are going to be affected by the choices that Celebrity is making and where they're going with who they're becoming. So I just love that. Really interesting. I was reading another study the other day in Celebrity of the, you think of the mass market cruise lines, which Celebrity is kind of moving out of a little bit. They spend more per customer on food than like Princess does, than Holland America does, than Royal Caribbean does, Norwegian, Carnival, the ones that we think of that we so frequently cruise on. Thought that was really interesting. And so I would like to know from all of you who, whether you usually cruise Princess, whether you cruise Celebrity, let me know if you've sailed on Celebrity, what you like about it, what your experience was like. And I would suggest to you that if you went on Celebrity before the pandemic, and especially very long before the pandemic, I would suggest that things are changing a lot. When I got to be on the Celebrity Beyond, they talked about that a lot. When I was on the Beyond, it was for the naming ceremony. Just that quick inaugural cruise there for 2 days. They talked about how they have really done a lot during the pandemic to reinvent themselves, basically turning them into more of a luxury resort at sea. And so I would suggest that your experience will be different now than it was, and in my estimation, I think it's worth another look. So just putting that out there. I thoroughly enjoyed when we went, but I want to hear from all of you as well, because it's really interesting to me that different things stand out to different people, and different people enjoy different experiences. And if you've got questions about Celebrity, put those in the comments as well, or you can email me also. When you put them in the comments, more people will sometimes reply. I like it when we can all visit about it, but I am very happy to answer questions if you email me as well. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you about that? Oh, so here's a kind of fun thing. So the highest rating that Forbes gives, and this is just quick, so don't worry, is the highest rating that Forbes gives is 5 stars. And out of all of these different hotels, resorts they visited all over the world, there are only 48 new 5-star hotels that got that ranking. So this kind of tells you where everybody stands. And then there were some countries that had never had a hotel or a resort or a spa in their country qualify. So like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Tunisia, and Cyprus. This is the very first time that they are having a property in their country qualify. It's huge. The other thing that goes with this, which is very valuable, is Forbes travel guides. They also offer a training. And everyone who is on a cruise ship with Celebrity, one of Celebrity's cruise lines, is Forbes trained, which to me is really interesting. That's why from the very first time I saw my room steward, like I came around the corner and he didn't ask who I was, and I had not opened my cabin door yet, and he said, "Hello, Mrs. Larson," to me. He was not sure which cabin I was going to, so I am thinking that I don't know if they prepared to see you or if he was, lucky, thinking I was just almost there. But he knew, and he never forgot my name after that. He was an excellent cabin steward. The thing of having your cabin done in the morning and done again in the evening, he did my cabin every time I left, I think. Very, very good care. So, Let's talk a little bit more about Princess. So Princess, we all enjoy that. So a Let's Go family member wants to participate in the Princess games, the Princess prizes as they call it. And if you haven't been on Princess since they started doing this, when you are at your cabin door, they have that little screen there, and if you're gone it will say like locked on it, and if you approach and unlock it, your little picture shows up right there, and it will unlock for you. Well, on that screen you can also play Princess prizes, but when you click on it, if you don't have the Princess the Princess Premier package, Premier package, it's going to charge you when you participate. And so even if you win things, every time you participate, you have to pay. And I know this for sure because a few people have commented to me that they've done it and they didn't realize they were racking up charges. I know my sister went on a cruise last summer and they didn't realize either. And so just be aware that if you really want to participate in the Princess Prizes program, as far as I know from everything I can find out, it's best to book that Premier package, because otherwise you're going to get charged more than the difference is from being like having the Plus package to having the Premier package. You're going to get billed way more to participate than just booking that. If any of you have had any other experience with that, would you put those in the comments for us or send me an email and we'll let everyone know. Like people win things. I think it's really exciting. It's fun. People that have the Premier package and play have told me that they've won great prizes. I think it's a fun program if you like to do that kind of thing. But I think if you want to do it, you've got to do that Premier package. So like I said, share any experience that you've had with that. A quick update that I wanted to let you know about Princess Easy Air. We've got a Let's Go family member who was traveling, and they had booked their flights with Princess Easy Air. So theirs happened to be through Delta, and this happens to be like Gwen and I's was last summer. Their situation was very similar, and in a way it restores a little bit of my faith in the whole system from the standpoint that someone else had a good experience come out of it. So they had booked their flights, and they logged in to check on them. They were always there until close to their cruise. He said that he logged in on Delta and literally saw the flights disappear. So he checked with Delta and found out that they were canceling that flight because they didn't have enough staff to run it. So he called Princess, and through a lot of phone calls, they ended up having a really good Princess Easy Air person like Gordon and I did, who finally gave their flights back. But by the time they were giving theirs back, there were only first class seats left. And they gave them the first class seats, and they went on their trip, flew in those first class seats, and had a splendid time. And so I just wanted to let you know that if you do book your flights with Princess Easy Air, really keep an eye on them so that you're up to date with what's going on with your flights. And then also when you work with Princess, like, call the Easy Air line and insist with them that they help you get back to what you had before. Because if you are booking your flights with them like Gordon and I did, we had paid for them, and something goes wrong, then they need to do their best to put you back to what you had, not to put you back to something different. Now, I will add, this is a little bit different than if you book your flights with Princess Easy Air and you have not paid for them, and then something on the flight changes. If that's the case and you've got the flexibility and you book the flexible, and you've not paid for them yet, you can cancel those and then pick other flights. That's part of the beauty of doing the flexible thing. Then you can choose something else. But if you have already paid for it and paid for what you were paying for there, call them and insist on getting back what you had or the equivalent. Okay, just wanted to make sure that you're kind of aware of how that works. Now, the next thing that I think is really fun to talk about, you guys, is yesterday was Valentine's Day. Today's the 15th of February, and no, Tuesday was Valentine's Day. Today's the 16th. I apologize. It's Thursday. And so I wanted to let you know that over on our Facebook group, somebody posted a picture of the vow renewal that they did on the Enchanted Princess. They said that the Enchanted Princess supplied veils and roses, which how fun is that? And that people had a really fun time. Someone else let us know that on the Sapphire Princess, They also did a vow renewal, but they were off on their excursion and they were not there to get a photo of it to share with us. But I thought it was really fun to know that they did it as well. It would really be fun to hear from everyone who happened to be on any other princess ships to know if they did it on all the ships. I like to think that they did, but I really don't know, and so let us know. I think that's a fun thing to know, is if anyone's looking to book over Valentine's Day for next year, know a little bit about what to expect. The other news that we've got today is the Sky Princess had to miss calling in Costa Maya due to high winds. And you know, when I read that, I thought, you know what, that's really interesting, because we've only been to Costa Maya twice, but both times it was really windy. And the very first time, like, we didn't get to go on to Belize because the winds were blowing so hard we couldn't pull away from the dock. And like, it was like you could feel the ship leaning a little bit. And so it was really, really windy. So is it always windy down in that region, or is it just always windy in January? And this is February now, and they've missed the call in the port there due to that. And so people are saying that they are getting their port fees and taxes refunded automatically, which makes me really happy that Princess always does that. And so that's what I've got for you today. Tomorrow we've got lots more to talk about, but I know that everybody doesn't have all day to listen here. But if you are on a cruise ship, and I want to hear from you no matter what cruise line you're on, because it's really valuable to hear what's going on, not only on Princess or Celebrity or Holland America, but across the whole industry here. And so let us know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, will you please subscribe? We really do need you with us. And along with that, I forgot to tell you when I was saying that the photo was pasted over on our Facebook page from the vow renewal on the Enchanted Princess. Our Facebook group is just Let's Go Travel Tips. You simply request to join and Gordon admits you to our group. It's an amazing group. So much useful information. In fact, a Let's Go family member that I was just talking to today said that they booked a last minute cruise at a fabulous price because one of you posted it on our Facebook group. And so there is just so much different information that is shared there. So many questions asked and answered. So come and be with us. If you appreciate these updates, give this video a thumbs up if you would please, and I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.